Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, I've got some stories to tell this week, and one of the stories I want to tell you is about my buddy Rust's experience. Rust Eddy, who's been on my show so many times through the years, and ever since COVID, things have changed a bit. We do things a little bit differently, but we stay in close touch and we get a chance to fish together as often as we can. Well, Rust went out a week ago searching for pike in our tributary waters. Now, I got to tell you, throughout the years, I have always expressed the fact that our tributaries that come out of the mountains and enter into the St. Lawrence River, the tributaries we all know and love, the Grass River, the Oswegatchie River, the Racket River, the St. Regis River, and so forth. Those tributaries have muskies in them. And at one point, they had northern pike in them. But muskies and northern pike don't really get along together very well. They don't live together very well. And normally speaking, one species will dominate the other. And that species is usually northern pike dominating muskies. Doctors of biology will tell you that in their studies of these species that northerns will always dominate. But in our area, they haven't. Muskellunge have dominated in these feeder streams, and northern pike almost seem to go extinct in many of these waters through the years. And I've been monitoring these waters for a long time. This is my area. This is the area that I love, and that these species are the species that I go for. But something is changing. And my buddy Rust went out last week, and he said, well, I thought maybe I could get some pike because last year I saw some pike in this area of the water, and I'm thinking, Rust, our pike population is so little. Well, he had a day that was astounding. He told me that he and his friend Melissa, they encountered at least 20 or 25 different northern pike in this day on the water. And I might see 2 northern pike a year on these waters. So what is happening? What is the difference? Well, he also told me that the pike that they caught, and they caught them all, he used his favorite lure, which was a 5-inch pink, bright pink paddle tail soft plastic. And he uses it on I think a 5.0, just hooked Texas style, no weight. Throws it out. The weight of the worm is significant enough where it will go under the water a bit, and he just reels it steadily back. He said they just tore up that worm that day. But he also said that the average size of these pike was bigger than the average size of the pike we caught in one of our favorite ponds. Now, that might not mean a lot to you, but the size of the pike in the pond are averaging lately over the last few years only about 22 inches. And he said these pike were bigger. Well, the only way they got bigger is to live and grow. They didn't just appear. They didn't just get that size overnight. So they've been there. They've been there in the water. Okay, so why is this important? What does it really mean? To me, it's sort of a warning signal that things could be changing because the healthy muskie population is based on a balance of the ecology in that water, based on the amount of food available, the other predators that exist in that water, who gets what. Well, if the northern pike population is increasing, it tells me the muskie population might decrease. All right, one final thing. Why do northern pike typically dominate muskies? The answer is that northern pike spawn earlier in the spring, and so by the time the muskies go to spawn, there's northern pike fry every place that are growing, and they go in and they gobble up the new baby muskies. That's really what happens because both of these fish are primary predators, and they'll eat just about anything that they can see, including other fish that look like them. It's a thought. And it's something that I wanted to express to all of you. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.